Hey, Coach, welcome to YouTube. I'm so happy you found us on YouTube. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Make sure you subscribe. If you've got any questions, let me know. If you're looking for greater depth, go check out, I don't know which corner it is, check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. 14-day free trial, tons of resources. It will change your life. One-on-one calls with me, office hours, you name it. Go check it out. Enjoy the video.
All right, welcome to High School Hoops, episode 49. All right, Coach, we're gonna do team building. What was the exact?
3 team building activities that you could recommend to our listeners.
Okay. All right. So this was your idea. I'm gonna go first because then I'll stay ahead of you maybe one. All right.
You could do all 3 of your favorites first, and I'll pick 3 of mine when you're done.
Okay. So my first one is for team building, especially in the off season, because this is August right now. Is I always like to have the team over at the end of the summer to kind of spend some time in my house and grill out. And so this year I think we're gonna do it right before our kind of I don't know what it is. It's kind of the kickoff, like sports kickoff. So that's the first one. That's my first team building one. Second one is we do skill works just about every day. So that's what I think that's a really good team building thing. And then the third thing that I started doing, especially with all the tournaments and leagues and stuff, I'm grabbing like whoever's in my car. So I think one time I had like 6. I make them go through on the way home and on the way there. It's like on the way there, I make them say, okay, what do I want out of today? What am I grateful for today? What do I want out of today? Similar to a journaling activity I do. And then on the way home, I say, what's one thing you did really well? What's one thing someone else in the car did really well? And what's one thing we did really well? And I make them go around, and it's teenage boys. That's really hard. But it's good. It's like then I'll go buy them, something to eat or ice cream cone or something. But so those are the 3 big ones, especially summer wise, that I do with my guys.
I'm going to take one thing from I used to when I was at the college, and I think it could be applicable to high school basketball. We created a Schoolology site for our team, and we would post questions, and the kids would talk about them and discuss them.
Oh, I like that.
Whether it was evaluating, and it was really about getting to know each other because we had kids from different states. Of like, okay, what offense did you run before that? Or what do you think is your best attribute? And it was cool because it was constantly bouncing off ideas and stuff. So that was one way I thought it was really a neat way of technology with the kids being able to talk about the game a little bit and so forth, building that. Any way that you can have fun, I think is huge. One of my favorite things is always trying to do something around the holiday season for something that's fun. I've done like a steak fry where the kids bring their own steak and I grill for them. I have a big Christmas.
Oh God! How do you keep track of whose steak is whose?
I don't know. It was a really fun time actually, and the kids would season. I brought seasoning. They would season it up, and I had a strategic order, and it was fun. I was outside grilling, and the kids were playing video games, and brought in mashed potatoes, and parents brought in desserts. It was a really fun thing. I think the last thing is in finding ways that your team can give back to the community or do something that's bigger than they are. I think that's huge. I had one time when I was coaching college, kids came and visited my classroom. I mean, seriously, that really made their day.
Right.
Having your team, your high school kids do something with the youth program or so forth, I think is a great way to build.
Yeah, we do that every year. We help keep score and do all that. It's like I go, guys, this is part of just giving back, they work camp and do that kind of stuff. But I love that idea. I don't remember. It was like we used to go to a soup kitchen before we started playing over winter break. We were always doing stuff like that, but it's been harder. I'm gonna have to get that back on the docket. I think that's a great idea.
So that was because they still think you're bigger than life, dude. If you can get your high school players to an elementary classroom, or to do something within the community, I mean, it goes a long ways. And then
it does.
And then it's what you do after that, you go out for lunch, you go do something after that, you go pay something to the community, but then you go do something else that builds upon that. You know, it's like when you do your summer league games, it's really not about the games. It's
Right.
going out to Culver's afterwards,
It
or
is.
you know,
Cops.
going out to be.
Usually it's
Yep.
Cops. That's why they like going to Milwaukee, because we stop
Yes.
at Cops with a K.
Hey, you know the right place to go, Coach. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
They stop at Cops and get a burger that's bigger than their head, you know.
Absolutely. At least at least you know where to go when you're done.
Well, the problem is half of them were thinking we were going to Cops, the grocery store. They go, why are we going to Cops? I go, it's Cops with a K, not Cops with a C. So it was pretty funny. All right. Anything else on that, Coach? Those are really good. I love those.
Yes. Yeah. No, I think that's really good.
Okay.
Full time out today is, do you think it's important to spend time practicing blobs and slobs in your practice? Because some coaches will disagree with you or agree with you based on your standpoint of that.
Yes, and I should spend more. I'm going to make it more competition-like this year. I've always had a competition-like, but I've got a few ideas as far as that would be a good podcast to go talk about. But just a couple other, yeah. I mean, I think that I always tell teams that can't score, there's a spot you can work on and be able to score.
Yeah, I when I was building the program, back where I was in the old community I was at, like I spent so much time on those, and we got so many buckets because of from the sideline or from the underneath, because we worked on them all the time. And I mean, we literally got buckets all the time, and maybe the good teams don't need to work on that, but I just think there's a great opportunity to always look a score in a dead ball situation.
Right, because it's an easy setup. And it's making sure the kids are in the right spots for their strengths.
Right.
That's one of the big things. All right, good. All right, we'll talk next week, Coach.
All right, sounds good. Bye.
Yep, bye.
Hey, Coach, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you're looking for more just like it, check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. 14-day free trial, a mentor in me. Let me help you become a better coach.